experience, accept the experience, appreciate the experience, and learn how to move on from things that don't serve you well, and find your journey, respect your journey, and love it.
What's good, people? It's your boy Double O, and I'm back with another one. Snap. I did not know we were streaming early. I did not know that. Oh, man. Well, I guess y'all gonna get two shows today instead of one. That's crazy. Let me see, make sure. You get y'all a chance to hit the like button and subscribe if you're new. Let's see. Make sure the chat is up. Also, while you're there, make sure you subscribe and keep trying to do that while you get the chance. All right. I'm gonna double check. Hey, that is up and running. Okay, so all right, man. Appreciate y'all coming through, man. Um, it goes without saying, bro. Like, if y'all thought I wasn't gonna say anything, y'all clearly have lost y'all ever loving mind. I'm gonna try to keep it short and sweet as much as possible because I am in zombie land. I'm at work right now, but whatever. And plus I'm working on different designs as you can see in the background and a couple of other things. I'm learning this new art style. I got a lot going on. But I remember clearly we was talking about a situation, and I'm gonna tell y'all off the gate. You know what I'm saying? you know what? Skip all the PR and the stunts and all that stuff. I'm just gonna be straight up and honest with you guys. I apologize. You know what I'm saying? I am a man of my word. You know what I'm saying? I messed up. I misled the people, and in a direction I assumed that was happening. And come to find out, it was a total different direction than what I said. I took on past experience of me working at Game Slut, and the Great Migration was something that I've always touted and tokened about. Video gamers and gamers willing to migrate to different home consoles or consoles because you know they wanted a better experience. And I was basing my perception on what happened during the old Call of Duty era when Xbox had to receive the Ring of Death. I was working at GameSlut and I seen consumers come in and switch their console to the other Sony console because they couldn't play the Call of Duty at the time. They were so their console was down and Microsoft didn't fix it fast enough, so they migrated over to the previous console, the Sony console. Then when the Yellow Ring of Death happened at Sony and when their network went down for extensive amount of time, I seen, the same thing happen in reverse. I saw Call of Duty and 2K players and stuff go to Microsoft and because they wanted to get their fix. They didn't want to wait. So I took that mindset and that ideology and I said, yo, Microsoft is right now is turning heel. They're at a pivotal moment, and you're about to see the same exact thing happen. And it's going to be the great migration of gaming. And it wasn't. You know what I'm saying? It's actually 10 times better than what I thought because Phil Spencer came out and said it himself, hey, you know, we missed that point or that error point where that gap where we could have locked in the consumers in the sense of uh having them dedicate themselves to our console. Uh, but it's hard to get someone to leave their library of games that they've accumulated over the years. And he's 1,000% right in that point. It's hard for someone that invested thousands of dollars into a ecosystem to navigate and move over to another platform and like start all over. So they said skip having them migrate to our console. we're just going to do a hostile takeover and come over to whatever platform that you are at. It doesn't matter where. Nintendo, Sony, PC, now, and officially now, even handheld. If you didn't see the show yesterday, you missed out on one of the pretty much the E3 of gaming last night. For many ways than one. Let's just be honest, Microsoft is the only one that's carrying gaming from a first party and third party perspective now. They've been doing it for over 3 years now, roughly. And pretty much they're going to continue. I don't see this ending anytime soon in this situation. So, okay, the showcase, Microsoft Showcase, pretty much rolled out what I predicted and what I already had an ideal of was going to be, you know, the next 6 months of games that we're going to be playing. They took the 12-month roadmap that they did prior in showcases. They cut it down conducive and made it more accurate, made it more precise. And now, last year we had 6 months. We got those games that rolled out. They was on point. They was persistent. They was good. Me and my, for the past 6 months, there ain't nothing been, it hasn't been nothing but here and other great games dropping out of Microsoft, even to the point of dropping third parties and Game Pass. You had a consistent release date of games that's been dropping month in, month out for your enjoyment. They arguably got one of the greatest RPG games right now, turn-based in Game Pass, which is Exodus 33. That's what I previously just played and beat or in the process of beating. Great game. Definitely about to receive some rewards for that game. Um, South of Midnight, Doom, Avowed, the list goes on and on, the games that you can get out of Game Pass within this last 6 months. And then in this showcase, they just rolled us out another 6 months of games. Some exclusive, some not. Majority wasn't. But guess what? If you want to get access to these games, you got two key pivotal moments right now that's beneficial to you being a Game Pass user, and that is one, Game Pass itself. You get a exclusive membership. You are, what I'm saying, priority number one in that aspect. And then two, you have Play Anywhere, which allows you to go everywhere to play your games. And it has completely been overhauled with this announcement of Rogue Ally, which Sarah Bond announced herself on the showcase. Shout out to Sarah Bond. She did her thing. And we was on State of Gaming. Shout out to the people that came out to State of Gaming, bro. We had over 1,000 people watching us do the showcase yesterday. I am beyond grateful, humble for that. It was a good look because we haven't had a show in God knows how long. So it was dope to have that experience and share that with the boys, with the homies. So but Sarah Bond came out and we started passing of the mantle. We literally, hold on one moment. Hey, King Reaper, what's good? He said, what's good, double O? Pay Game Pass and spending your money. Xbox is one with everybody now. Hit the like button. That's a fact. Said laughing is a cure. You need to take over State of Gaming, bro. I can't take over. That's a group thing. That's all of us, man. We ain't what they say, one man ain't above the program. But shout out to Postal coming through. We trying to get his chops back into it. That's how crazy it is. Even though we haven't had a show in a minute, it felt like nigga, we was just chopping it up like it was old times, like it was good. He said, that ain't no cap. You the only nigga streaming for real from the State of Gaming. Shout out to you, bro. I appreciate that though. Real talk. Hey man, I'm trying to be consistent because I'm trying to get prepared. I got a goal. Grand Theft Auto come out. We gonna take over the streets, man. I see the I see the method that's going on right now with just with gaming in general and streaming. So yeah, I'm trying to get my numbers up so I can go ahead and start subscribing. But yeah, man, ain't nobody above the program, G. That's real talk. But shout out to everybody that came out. So I want to talk about the Rogue Ally because again, I want to, since y'all in here, he said, hell yeah, we ready. I want to say it real quick. I want to apologize to you guys. I've been touting and running around here talking about the Great Depression. I mean, the Great Migration of gaming and how, people is going to migrate from Sony to Microsoft and all that great stuff. Sarah Bond, Matt Booty, and Phil Spencer, what they did yesterday, they annihilated that statement from me. So I'm gonna say my bad. Hey, I'm a man of my word. I said something, and it wasn't the case, and I want to own up to it. They said, "Skip, you migrating. This is a hostile takeover." These people just dominated and destroyed the landscaping of gaming as a whole right now. It is based off of this device. So I'm finna click over, man. Based off of this alone. When they introduced this, when Sarah Bond got on that stage and introduced this right here, this Rogue Ally, this third party dealing, it set the table for everything, bro. And I looked at it, and again, I'm not a handheld guy. Off the back, I'm not a handheld dude. The most I've done handheld wise is play xCloud via my iPad and a controller. You know what I'm saying? When I'm at work, when I'm at Zombie Land. But this device has changed everything because of what it's able to do. So when I was watching it, I'm looking at it like everybody else was looking at it. I'm like, okay, nice setup, you know what I'm saying? Nice introduction. Looks dope, look okay, kind of funky, but okay, cool. But it said download, and then it said Steam from the cloud. And they started saying you can actually play your Steam library on this device. So I'm like, hold up, wait a minute, wait. Freedom from Windows? Are you serious? So I'm stuck. I'm like, hold on, I need some more details. So they go and do a whole, backseat interview with it, whatever, Sarah Bond, they break it down, the chip, everything. So they said that this is a very stripped down, limited version of Windows. So they took out all the unnecessary things of Windows. They took, you know, workstation, a window, all the dumb stuff that you don't need. Everything that's allocated within Windows with this device is just strictly for gaming solely. Then they said they came out with Steam OS cloud. So I'm like, hold up. So your library, everything library related to Steam is on this said device. On top of having Play Anywhere in your Xbox library, your library separate between the two. I was talking to Rose. Rose broke it down a little bit more. He said, hey, even with your tabs, with your comment tabs, that's why we saw that image of it saying Steam on it. It's the option where you can click and you actually can communicate with people that's on Steam, separate from the people that's from the Xbox. So you got your whole chat system set up. You can still play your games consistently on this said device with no issues for the most part. And I said, that's the checkmate because everybody been crying and everybody been asking ever since Phil Spencer came out and he released those 4 games onto the PlayStation platform. They've been saying the same thing repeatedly ever since. Even to the point where people have been selling their Xbox because they felt like they was missing out on something. Where they said, hey, what games are coming to the Xbox that's on PlayStation? Me personally, I don't want none of they mess. We was having this conversation on Discord, and I was like, "What game would I want?" And it was a hard sell for me because I'm not a single player heavy player. Like I like playing with my homies. I like jumping on. We getting in here playing the battle royales, the shooters, etc. I said, out of that whole list of what they have now, if they don't dig in their crates and find anything, the only thing I really want is maybe to check out is maybe Helldivers 2 on the Xbox, or you give me Last of Us with the multiplayer. But other than that, it's all single player driven. But I'm still intrigued. I'm like, okay, so you telling me all the games is rolling through on top of that Steam with the Xbox. And then the thing that everybody been crying about, they've been saying, when are we going to get some games, Phil? Why are we sending our games over there and we're not receiving? And they like, dude, we don't even, with this announcement of this device, we don't have to do a deal with Sony. You still get access to those PC ported Sony games via the Steam library. If you bought that game via Steam, you got access to it on this said device. Now everybody kept touting their running, saying, "Oh, but what if Sony comes out and put a limitation on it or a stop on it, as if they can, it going over to the Xbox, dude." You talking about the same company and the same people that couldn't protect your credit card information? They had to run this to Apple to protect your credit card information. You talking about that same company. The same company that um anytime there's a data breach, they don't even want to refund you your bread. You gotta fight with them and argue with them just to get your bread off of a data breach. Though that same company, you think they got the technology and the ability to go in and decipher if you're playing your PlayStation PC games on this Xbox Rogue Ally device? Like, stop it! You're tripping at this point. You're wild. But what stops that whole narrative is it's separated. It's separate from the X Cloud. It's separate from the Xbox side of gaming on this said device. It's its own entity with the Steam OS. Even Destin confirmed himself. He said, "Hey, I tested out. I played it, and I was able to play Spider-Man Marvel 3. I mean, Spider-Man. Uh, what was the last one that just came out on PC? He was able to play that Miles Morales. He was able to play Miles Morales Spider-Man on his device with no problem. At this point, it is a done deal, bro. This is checkmate at its finest. Not only do we as consumers get access to their games, Microsoft didn't even have to come out and put a bag up. They don't have to split no 70-30%. None of that. They didn't even have to sit at the table to get those games back over there, which means Spider-Man is back on Xbox devices. Bruh, do y'all understand what's happening right now? He said, Black Light, what's good, Black Light? And he said, PlayStation fans, boy, they deleted that. But yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact right now. Bro, everybody that got out here and went out and sold their Xbox to go run to a PlayStation, which is a closed environment, has took a massive L at this point. Everybody that's running in them discourse talking about, oh, Sony ain't played, show us no games, or we ain't got nothing outside of Ghost of Yote at this moment, but we got Xbox games that's gonna help us cover the bill. They're looking dumb in a box of rocks right now. Not only is Microsoft getting paid from those games being transferred over to PlayStation, Microsoft didn't have to give up any dealing or any money to get your games on their devices. And guess what? This the beta test right here with Microsoft. With this whole infrastructure, Steam and Play Anywhere, this is the beta test run right now. When you buy this device, you're in the beta test run. The home console that they're about to release, because they're releasing that home console 2027, I mean 2026, 2027. They're releasing the home console, and I bet my bottom dollar that same system structure is going to be in that said console, that home console. This is checkmate at its finest. So all of that, we lost the Spider-Man deal, and we had to put up X amount of millions of dollars just to get the license with Spider-Man. That's finito. That's done. It's a wrap. He said, Black Lion said, why would I run to a PlayStation to play the same games at a higher price? I ain't even get to that point. I ain't even get shout out to Black Light. I ain't even get to that point yet. Everything in that showcase, and they show like I think out of everything that was shown, it was during the PlayStation 5, I think outside of 4 games. But guess what? You paying $80. Microsoft already told y'all the price of the brick done went up, bruh. It's a wrap on that. We not doing $60 hollers, $70 hollers. You got to 80 or better over here because we dropping nothing but quality. We dropping nothing but bangers. We're giving you massive access. Like, bro, even if you don't want the console, guess what? You got a PC, you still get access to it. Oh, you got the Steam, and they incentivize you to buy it more on Xbox than even on Steam for certain games. Because granted, Steam OS is there and they got their collaboration there. But guess what? If you buy it in the Xbox store or you buy it from Game Pass Ultimate, play it anywhere, you get it on all devices, every device, not just in Steam. You also get the Xbox version and vice versa. If you get it on the Xbox, you get the PC version. We already got, and they haven't even announced their biggest ace card in this situation yet, which is mobile. Mobile is coming. They haven't announced that or their Microsoft Store. If that's still in the wraps, and I think that it is, I think that they're still in the works. Microsoft just cleared the landscape. They didn't went on everybody black block and took their food, bro, without no, without a care in the world. He said, Black like laughing said, you need to take over the play the game in facts. Hey, again, y'all try to let's let the post. I'm part of a team, man. I roll with the team. You know what I'm saying? Nobody above the program, but I'm just saying at this point, how can you not? Skip just being a gamer at this point because gaming is great. Gaming is lovely. Sarah Bond still looks like that's that man. When they passed the mantle to her, this was the most, that was the best alley oop ever made in gaming right now. Like, dude, she came in at the right time, and her experience for what she did at T-Mobile, and everybody kept saying like, why are they going to correlate with gaming? Fam, you're seeing it full front, right in your face. She know how to market, she know how to advertise, and she know how to deliver a product. And she executed that all yesterday. Matt Booty, Phil Smith, Phil Spencer, they executed that without a flaw yesterday. It wasn't no talking, it was straight action and delivering nothing but service, and you seeing the product. Is I don't know. I don't know if she's single or not. I think she's married, but I don't know if she's single or not. But I know one thing though. I know this is what a real DEI. This ain't one of them DEI hires y'all be talking about. You know what I'm saying? That we be talking about with the orange man. I was I got the experience, I got the face, and I know how to deliver a product that's gonna sell. This device right here is gonna sell. Now my $1 million question to y'all is how much? How much you willing to spend for these? For both dark, because they got two different versions. How much is you willing to spend on that? You getting access to your Steam operating system. You got Game Pass PC. You got the Xbox, and future update will be the mobile department. Now the device supposed to do 1080p in your hands. I think they said 120 refresh rate. You know what I'm saying? That's the key moment that I know that they're coming out with the Xbox console itself, because we ain't discussing 4K, we're not discussing 8K, 60 frames per second, etc. That's how I know this coming to that. They're gonna have an Xbox. They're gonna sell you another product, which is the home device for the Xbox, but just with this operating system. This is like the forefront of it. It's the laying ground, the foundation of it. But me looking at the thing and looking at what it can do and its ability, man, I want to go to. I'm gonna go to the high route. I ain't gonna go the base route. You know what I'm saying? Just for future purpose. Future proofing the device. And even though I'm not a handheld person, with all everything that you're getting, bruh, I gotta say this clearly it don't have an OLED. So I'm my price is determined because it don't have an OLED either. Because shout out to Triller for that one. He said, you know what I'm saying, don't have an OLED. I'm thinking 89.99. I'm thinking 900. I'm thinking 899.99. I'm thinking around that price. I don't want to say a whole thousand. I wouldn't be surprised at 1,000, but I'm thinking $899.99 plus tax. I gotta add everything in plus tax. By the time you hit tax in my city, bro, it's gonna be around almost $900. But I think it's worth this right here is it, bro. Microsoft blew it out. I never doubted the team. That's why when Post and them and Noah was I was going back and forth with the bros over this whole when they came out with this is an Xbox, this is the Xbox, play anywhere. I was like, dude, listen to me. Trust me, I'm not a fan, I'm not a follower of nothing. I got my own identity with a lot of stuff, and I don't care if it's right or wrong, I'm gonna ride with it. But this right here, this promotion that they're doing, it is setting up something massive, and it shows right now. It shows right now. What's good, Master Self? What's going on, bro? This device is about to usher in a whole new way of gaming. And the worst part of, not even the worst, it ain't even the worst because this fall on them. This is their fault, to be honest, what I'm about to say. Sony is so far behind. It's utterly ridiculous. And I ain't talking about hardware sales, all the dumb stuff that people talk. I'm talking about real life situation here. These people have not found out they're trying to go back to single player gaming, which made them good at their what their strong suit is. Cool. You got your higher ups and your individuals coming out in interviews talking about if you want to support us, you need to buy these remasters and remakes if you want sequels. This is coming out of their mouth. This ain't nobody else, no third party, no maintenance man in the third floor that's mopping the floor that overheard some stuff. This is coming out of the CEO. These are the people sitting at the table and what they're saying to their consumers. If you want sequels of games, you need to buy the remakes and remasters that we're rolling out. On top of that, they came out and said out their own mouth, we are focusing on MAU heavily for the future for us. They are at a complete turmoil. And I kept asking people in the Discord, and I'm gonna say that to you guys, and y'all can sound off. Bro, it took Microsoft 10 years from what we concluded with our conversations. I'm just condensing it down. It took Microsoft over 10 years to get over the issues that they had from TV to DRM to not having any games to not focusing on third party exclusives to carry the console. It took them over 10 years to get to where they at now, where um you're seeing Game Pass operating like a well-oiled machine. People doubted it, said it wasn't the subscriptions wasn't going to grow, third party developers wasn't going to invest into it. You had even third party companies like Take Two CEOs coming out saying they didn't see any profit or see the reason for Game Pass, even though they kept uploading their games into Game Pass, even after their comment. But neither here nor there. Coming into it took them 10 years to get to where they at right now. And they're operating, bro, at a high clip. Like I just said, every month since 2025, the year 2025, we've gotten a new game from in Game Pass from Microsoft, third party or exclusive AAA from them in-house games. We just got a new presentation yesterday, ushered in another 6 games for the rest of the year, on top of a couple of extras starting at the beginning of the year. I'm gonna talk about that one also in a little bit, because I mean later on in another stream, because uh Project TJ, which just got announced. I didn't get my Splinter Cell, but I got Project TH on the Xbox advertised, and I believe it's Play Anywhere also. I'm gonna get into that game. It was Mudang. It's called Mudang, but its original name was Project TH. I remembered it because I did a video on it, but, it, it- but neither here nor there. We ain't talking about that now. Right now, we talking about the Rogue Ally. This device has checkmate Sony in many ways. Than one, I know I'm repeating myself when I say that, but there's nobody that can argue this right now at this point. When you talking about, oh, Sony got our game, nigga, we got your library, and we got the PC version, the definitive edition of your of your exclusives, which means Horizon can be played on the Xbox, which means God of War will be played on the Xbox, which means Spider-Man will be played on the Xbox, Last of Us on the Xbox, um, Uncharted on the Xbox, Helldiver 2 on Xbox, with no deal, no extra money coming into Sony's pockets, all PC heavy focus. These boys, they when the Satya Nadella said let us compete, I didn't know he meant this, bro. I see why Satya Nadella came out and said what he said. Like, yo, my bad. We out here for blood right now. It makes sense how the ABK deal operated. It makes sense, like the poise and the way they was responding in the ABK deal. Like, no, y'all can have everything. No, you want to extend? We're not going to take away Call of Duty. No, we're gonna here. You can have it for another 5 years if you want it. Oh, you want other games? Oh, we're gonna incentivize with you now because I told you to play already. Oh, they think we was play pimping. Okay, here go another 4 games just to show you that we're playing nice as the ABK deal was finalizing and closing out. Oh, you want some more games? Here's Indiana Jones. We just announced Gears of War Reloaded. Here you go. Y'all can have these games. Forza, Horizon 5. Here you go. Sea of Thieves, Pentiment. Y'all took nice little library. We cleared that all out. So then, guess what? We already told them that we on the board. Once this deal closes, we're still on the market of buying somebody else. I see WB having issues over there. I see Ubisoft is having issues. EA is having issues. Oh, how much they cost? Oh yeah, how much budget we got for buying IPs? We already talked about Sega. We told Sega to hold on. Let's figure this out first before we probably buy y'all up. Nick, nobody is safe at this moment because guess what? Even if we don't buy you, we still have access to you. And the reason we got access to you is because guess what? If you're not solely focusing on Nintendo games right now, if you on PlayStation or Steam, we got access to your stuff on these devices with our logo on it, ready to go and ready to roll out with no issues, no back end deals, none of that. Just integrated into the device, ready to go for the consumers to play. And if you're smart, because guess what? You think Sony prices ain't going up. They can't raise their prices now because guess what? They ain't got nothing to show you. They can't raise their prices. If they raise their prices, Microsoft just undercutted Sony and Nintendo just undercutted Sony because if they raise their prices, they got to give you something incentivized for that. And it ain't finna be a remaster of Days Gone 2. I mean, Days Gone 1. that'll justify $80. They can't go out and remaster Ghost of Tuna and say, here's $80 for it. You already done remastered Last of Us in the game that everybody wants, that's in high demand, that for whatever reason y'all don't want to deliver. It's Bloodborne. You can't, once it hits PC, it's a wrap for it. It's already on other devices with no deal. You didn't get no incentive. You didn't get no money on from it, or nothing. Like the coins you could have gotten from Microsoft for doing a deal is out the window. Microsoft just cut these people water off with one device. He said, "You the Last of Us, the Boogaloo edition." But like, bruh, they are nickel and diming people over there, and it shows so bad right now. That Concord debacle, that daggone Spider-Man budget, that mess hurt. You haven't had a showcase in over 2 years. And in them 2 years, the only company that's been delivering at a high clip, showing, broadcasting and showing games has been Microsoft through and through. Y'all was crying about, oh, we ain't got no console exclusives. They heard you and then dropped 4 exclusives in this showcase. It's 4 exclusive games coming to Microsoft that's console related that didn't have the PlayStation 5 logo on it. All the other games had PlayStation 5 logos on it. And even with that being said, the price of the brick is a brick. That's $80. So you telling me you're willing to go out there and drop $80 for them games every month a new game is dropping? Bruh, I'm telling you now, if Microsoft get a hold of 2K, y'all might as well close these curtains and call it what it is. The show is over with. I'm throwing a Hail Mary out there because I know it sounds crazy, but I'm looking at I'm looking at what Microsoft needs internally. Right now, they got the JRPGs on lock. You know what I'm saying? They got those games there. You have the turn-based games, Exodus 33, Fire, go check it out. Them there. We are looter shooters. The shooter box has already been known for the shooters. That goes without saying. The adventure games, we have it. Point blank and period. They're there. Grounded 2, the meat game, Towerborn, Clock. They got the games. Only thing they're missing right now, and it makes sense in this aspect, is the sports titles. And the two people that I know that got sports title that will fill that roster up because they ain't out here trying to create. They just saying, hey, I'd rather take the companies that have already been known and have had a track record of great titles that people know and love and go play. I'd rather buy them. That's EA or in 2K. EA has been dropping the ball like crazy. They just not got it right with college football. And now you see they trying to do the yearly rollouts with the college footballs now. And then, Madden look kind of sick. But NBA Live, the basketball game, been in isolation for God knows how long. If they go and grab them, I can cover all of my field when it comes to the sports titles, can deuce that situation up. And I want them to focus on getting me a basketball, continue doing football, continue doing the soccers, hockey, etc. Or you go to 2K. Or, they're part of you already know NBA 2K is NBA 2K. Regardless of the negative stuff that you see on the internet about the game, it does great in numbers. It brings in money left and right. It's a cash cow. It's just what it is. But even if I don't buy you, guess what? Those two companies put their games in Game Pass. So I still got it. I still got the leverage in this situation. Even if I don't buy you, I still got the leverage because you're going to roll your games into Game Pass at some point. Probably ain't going to be the day and date of your game, but eventually you drop it into Game Pass. Madden has been in the Game Pass. 2K has been in Game Pass. EA dropped their games in Game Pass every goddamn week. I think they got a deal with them, so they probably ain't even on the board. So you probably looking at either WB or Ubisoft. Oh boy, they dropped the Final Fantasy. Noah been cracking jokes on that Final Fantasy stuff because it's so outdated. The experience. I was told him like, dude, you wasted money buying that game. They wanted for the limited edition or some special edition. They wanted $70 for it. Final Fantasy 16. I think it's 16. Yeah, 16. And then I was looking like he playing the game. He like, dude, every time I walk, I put the controller down, cutscene. Play a little bit, controller down, cutscene. I'm like, dude, that whole format is outdated, and it shows. This rogue ally, like so, this rogue ally is finna tell some stuff, bro. It really is. Me personally, am I going to get it? I'm on the fence. I want to say no as of right now, no, because I don't see a reason for it outside of the Steam OS, and I really don't even have a Steam OS library because I don't really play on PC like that because I'm never home for the most part. So, uh, is this an opportunity to build it though? Absolutely. Do they got some games over there I want to play? Absolutely. Like that's another thing that they killed. Like Steam and PC is really good with you getting new experience of games. You ain't gotta always worry about playing the most traditional games or hardcore games and all that stuff. And the Steam sales is crazy. Everybody know about the Steam sales and how they get down. So you get it anytime you're developing a video game, the first place that you get to play it on and experience for the most part, especially indie developers, is on the Steam. So not only have I covered that and supported them full of indie developers or indie devs that's out here that creating video games and they want to get their game on the Xbox but can't, what I'm saying, because of all the red tape. You can put it on Steam OS on Steam. People get to play it. You get to build your community around your game, and then eventually, if it get enough heat or enough steam behind it, Microsoft come with the bag. Hey man, we see what you're doing over here. We see the numbers that's coming in. Ooh. Hey, you know what? How about we help you enhance it so we can get it over here on the Steam on the console side of things. Then all of a sudden, you see a showcase. You see that same game because it didn't built this community. They hype. Like, oh snap, I remember playing this on Woo Woo. They want to buy it on the console now. Bro, this avenue is crazy right now. So not only are you killing it with the low indies, we already got the AAA bangers because we Microsoft, we done already bought up the block. And for the people that ain't been bought up, we still gave you the window and opportunity to drop your games with Game Pass. And all that for a subscription. Is the price of Game Pass going up? Absolutely. Yes, yes, yes. By the end of 2026, you definitely gonna be paying another additional 10, maybe $20 more. Is it worth it? In my opinion, absolutely yes, 10 times over because of all of the devices and content that you're getting. Dude, when your library is able to move around like that and you don't lose out on anything, that's a great incentive. The only thing they need to fix, and I want to leave out with this point, and this is where they're taking the L at, in my opinion. Everything that I said is checks. Is they on point. You're killing your so-called competitor. At this point, you don't even have a competitor. You're in a league of your own at this point. Like no BS. Nobody else is doing this. Nintendo's not doing this. Sony can't even remotely even catch up to do this. And PC is just open source. PC doesn't even count. In the home console market, what you just done right now in handheld, also what you just done right now is light years among everybody. You at the top of the hill at this point. You are the food chain. The only thing that they're missing, and this will kill everything. So let Mil like I said, let Phil Spencer, Michael Sarah Bond, Matt Booty know if they are able to create the feature where you can trade in your digital games that you're not playing anymore into like Microsoft points or reward points or whatever. If they can make that storefront be able to do that, they killed this. Bro, hand the crown to Microsoft at that point. There's nobody to even talk to or look at this point. Because and I know, okay, let's say, oh, I bought the game and they put it in Xbox Game Pass and I just downloaded from my gold membership. They need to have like SKUs or different type of licenses for those type of games, have a different type of license for games that was sold on sale, have a different type of license for the game that was bought on retail. So they know on the back end, hey, XYZ, when he want to sell this game, oh, he got that off of a Game Pass promotion. You can only get this amount of money. Oh, you didn't buy this. This was for free. So this a not sale, non-digital sale. You can't get any return value on this. Oh, you spent 60, $80 on this game? Okay, cool. This is the trade-in value. So you get those rewards. They need to bring in a digital license trade-in program for your old games. The moment they do that, yeah, the board is cleared at that point. He said, Black Light, bring back Katana. Yeah. I heard they got something like that even on this device too. They said they got like something to help you, like if you playing the game, you get stuck, you hit the button. I forgot the name of it. It probably is Katana. You hit the button and they help walk you through the game and all that stuff. Me personally, I would never play that. I would disable her in a heartbeat. I would never do that. At that point, ain't no point in playing video games. Like, all right, cool. Y'all brought the handicap controller for people with issues with their hands and stuff to allow them to still play. People that's on the spectrum, okay, cool. Great. Not my cup of tea. Would not use it, but okay, I understand that. Understandable. But you coming out with a feature that walks you through the game, this ain't God of War. I don't need nobody yelling through the screen or yelling through the mic telling me what to do. That's the thing why I love about gaming. You get to points and it forces you to use your mind to think outside the box in certain things. That's why Tomb Raider is so good. That's why Uncharted is so good. I would have said God of War, but God of War always screaming in your ear. Hey, for that level, hey, this look interesting. God, I would. Oh my God, I don't want that in my gaming, but I know that they have it in the gaming. It's a feature that they have there now. Is it something that I want to support? Absolutely not. But definitely bring back Katana, especially with AI being how it is. Y'all already are using chips. Y'all already using it in cloud features and stuff for the game, the system itself. You might as well just bring back Cortana also at this point, in my opinion. But I'm gonna close out on that, man. I appreciate y'all coming through and supporting your boy. Again, in the comment section, sound off how much you think the Rogue Ally is going to cost at this point. Um, Sony is pretty much done. I'm wrong. It's the hostile takeover, not the migration. And this coming out holiday 2025. Like, bruh, they even killed it on that aspect. 'Cause just think about it. They didn't do a Xbox a Pro. They didn't do a Series X Pro or nothing like that, or a Series S Pro. Nintendo just came out with their console. which is killing it from what I'm hearing. They said they did over like 3 mil in a week. Well, I mean, not in a week, in 24 hours. They did like over 3 mil. Mario Kart is killing it. Sony, already got they did their pro last year. They can't roll out another console. We finna go into the holiday season, and you have a whole new fresh device that does not only Steam but Xbox games all rolled into one package for the holiday season and tax time. Don't forget about tax time because people, you know what I'm saying? Some people wait for tax time. You know what I'm saying? Everybody ain't got it when they want to get it. The holiday season, they going out here spending their bread. This is the talk of the town right now. Because now you got the Sony dudes, they finna run back to the barn. They finna run back to the barn and try to huddle up on how to combat this and come up with some weird lie allegation article that's been falsified through a rumor from a janitor that never existed. They finna run back and try to combat this. Microsoft, the Xbox fans they happy go lucky. They should be cheering from the stars right now. Like there's nothing that showcase was a 10 out of 10, was a 9 out of 10. Like from front to back, every game a banger. And you finna roll into the holiday season with this device to being the talk of the town. People are already coming out with videos saying how much they praised it. I told you about the Dustin guy who's already said, "Yo, I've test this thing out, and I was able to play Spider-Man Miles Morales or Spider-Man 2 on that said device already." And that's one of the IPs that Sony dudes touted and cried about it. Said, "Oh, we got Spider-Man. You can't play Spider-Man. Now we got Spider-Man. Now what? We got your library. Still waiting for y'all. Still waiting on Halo Master Chief Collection to come over there. Hello, what'd you say? So laughing is kill. All Xbox have to do is make sure the UI is pristine. The UI has to be competitive to Steam. Okay, competitive to Steam because the cons is not the best hardware. No one doesn't play all your Xbox games from your library. Huh. Well, they did show one UI. I don't know if that's the UI they're gonna be using though. Because everybody was liking the new UI on the Xbox Series X. But yeah, I agree. It depends on how seamless they make it, like how user friendly. He said, "This is my opinion, though. I think it's going to come down to software. Everyone is looking to see if Microsoft will be able to true give us a light Xbox OS for handhelds." Hey, your opinion, yeah, it's cool. Like I said, it 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 all depends on the experience. You're right about that. If the experience is on point, on key, people gonna be willing to gravitate and accept it. We can't say that they don't have the content. They clearly got the content there. So yeah, yeah, most likely it's gonna boil down to the how easily used is able to be used, and they're gonna be worrying about the latency, if any, but I doubt it that it will have any latencies due to the conversation that I had. And I hate saying that, but Post got me saying that dumbass now because he dropped something to us and I can't speak about it. But pretty much you ain't got to worry about that no more. Like the situation where when I was playing my NBA 2K, I don't play NBA 2K25 from the cloud because it's especially multiplayer side is terrible. Your shot is all the way off. But from what he told me that I can't talk about, which sound crazy coming from me, I ain't gonna have to worry about that no more. He said lightning. He said lightning is the cure. If they can do that, nobody going to care about the handheld. Meaning it will sell. automatically. Is that we're post 8 eating some oxtails. Now, post, we supposed to did a show. We probably gonna do a show today. I just had to get this off because of, you know what I'm saying, just the information coming out and everything. But we gonna do another show. He's a daddy eating oxtails. It's too hot for oxtails right there. He said, but yeah, that UI, hold on, what you say? Think about it. You can get a stick device and only be a Steam user, or you can be a Windows user and get everything from all stores. But again, the UI has to be easy, seamless. I meant Steam device. Okay, yeah, okay. But yeah, but that's the thing about this device that's making it more like making it heavy right now. Because I was tripping about the 1080p thing. I was. And like I said, Trilla brought it to my attention about the whole OLED and not having an OLED screen. So it has its downsides, in my opinion. For me, it seemed like it has its downsides. But for what it's trying to do, the purpose of it, like again, this is the we we started at the bare minimum, which is the 1080p handheld situation, and we're going to fine tune it and design it for when that home console is announced. So we're working out all the kinks, we're working out all the infrastructure situation because it's on the handheld. And when we scale it up to massive use for the Xbox itself, and just imagine you're going to be playing games 4K. You're going to be playing games 4K 60, 4K 120 in some cases. Dude. What are we doing here, fam? Like when they say leaps and bounds, Sarah Bond was not lying. When they said leaps and bounds, like bro, you're finna see a difference. And again, what's killing it even worse is this is because, like I said, we're playing friendly with you guys. We allowed you to have these games. You can check these games out. They still waiting on Starfield to be announced for PlayStation. They still waiting for Halo Master Chief Collection to be announced. You're waiting on the old work. You're waiting on games over 4 years old, 5 years old to be released for profit. Yeah, for $70. Probably I think the cheapest you're gonna be charging $50, $40 for games that's over 5 years old that hold on, what you say? He said, yes, 1080p isn't an issue for the average consumer. All handhelds are 1080p. It's the sweet spot. The home console will use the same UI. Facts. That's why the software matters. People love Steam OS, not the Steam device itself. That thing's dated. And then Black Lightning said, I thought Xbox didn't have any. I thought they didn't either. I swear I thought they did. I could have sworn Xbox didn't have no. Man, that's what bro. This is like the sweetest thing ever for me. You know how much fighting I had to do? I had to fight with Post Up and them about the 12-month game release. Even though that was terrible in its execution, I understood the assignment for it. And again, they learned from it. They learned and adapt. And the next following year, they killed it. We're gonna drop 6. We ain't gonna do the whole 12 announcement. Things happen. We don't know, you know what I'm saying, if companies able to roll out their games or not. Things happen. We learn from it. We adapt it. All right, cool, bet. We're gonna drop 6 months, every 6. Then we're gonna do a showcase and we're gonna give you another 6. All of them coming out, all of them heat, bangers. What else you want? All I want y'all to do right now is allow me to trade in my digital license library of old games. Once you do that, y'all keep working on this OS and this thing, this operating system. It's finito. There's nothing else to discuss when it comes to some. I'm not having these peasant conversations with niggas that are eating from the soup kitchen. I'm not having these conversations no more. There's no reason to even battle with somebody of that mindset. If you're able to defend this situation and think that you got the upper hand because you sold consoles, you are outdated like a mug. Your mindset need to be studied at this point because this company has not only dropped a membership that's crazy, that's giving you nothing but content. They have all of the games. Nigga, Call of Duty Black Ops 7 is going to be in Game Pass. Day one. Let me repeat that one more time for the niggas in the back that can't comprehend. Call of Duty, one of the biggest shooters on the block, will be in Game Pass day one. Not only do you get Gears of War E-Day, one of the best shooters out there, one of the best stories out there, you get it in Game Pass. You still have Starfield. You still have what's that game? Skyrim that's gonna be dropping eventually. We ain't even talking about Fable, Perfect Dark, State of Decay. Like fam, the library is crazy over here. We eating good. It's like it's like you at Cooper Hawk drinking some of the finest wines, and you got the PlayStation niggas at the local gas station buying up beers and Miller Lights. Nigga, we not the same. We eating different over here. You got our old work. We working on new work here. We still got new work on the block. Everybody kept looking at me crazy when I kept saying, yo, when have you ever seen first class Delta flight Delta flight customers worried about the peasants in the back eating peanuts? We out here eating steak. Y'all out here got the little the little mini cans of pop sitting next to 600-pound Bertha who arguing with the flight attendant because she only want to pay for one seat and she taking up three. We we ain't got them problems over here. Like, what are we doing here? It's different over here, bro. He said, hell yeah, we're about to be eating. I actually want to get the Rogue Ally X. You saw all the games on Steam, like ill. Oh, I did see that. Ian can play the PlayStation games. Come on, win is a win. It's a fact, bro. These is all facts. I don't have to, bro. All I gotta do is boot up. I log in, boot up, and play my games. And I don't have to be confined to one area to play my games. That's why this works for me. That's why I'm touting it like it's crazy. Cause it's like, shoot, I seen it. I played it. I'm like, yo, I played it. I got my Xbox. Dang, I gotta work. I'm doing crazy hours. I gotta go to work. I grab my iPad, put on XCloud, be back up and running. It was terrible. It was, you know what I'm saying? The beginning stages was rough. You could barely even play the single player games at one point in time. You boot it up now, no problems. Multiplayer, I'm questioning the multiplayer because I don't play 2K on it just for the sake of it. But booting up Exodus 33 killed that. I beat South of Midnight and Doom Dark Ages all from the cloud on xCloud, no issues. And we about to run it back and I get Steam OS games now. So I get to play ill. I get to play those what was those them little indie it's some indie titles that they be streaming. I get to play those now on the device over here at work right now. No problem. Microsoft just killed the landscape, bro. Again, when have you ever seen first class worry about the people that's in eating peanuts? When? When have you seen them worry about somebody with their kids crying in the back? When you in the club, when you seen the VIP players with the bottles, with all the chicks, when have you seen them worry about the dude over there with the busted Air Force Ones, man? With the dusty white Air Force Ones on, with the mismatched shirt on from the pants. When have you seen that? Struggling to get a stripper to give him a lap dance. When have you seen them worry about those guys? I call them PlayStation peasants for a reason. It's dry over there. They need Microsoft. They need them. Is that funny how you got so many pony bots, bro? The pony peasants is crazy. I'm telling you now, they scrambling and they trying to figure out a way to combat this. There's no combating this. Your number one excuse just got knocked out by a Sarah Bond interview in a Dustin's video piece. Oh, was you able to play Spider-Man on the Steam OS? Yeah, yeah, I was able to play it. No issues. Huh. Are you gonna be able to play God of War? Absolutely. Are you gonna be able to play the best Last of Us? Absolutely. And y'all already know Sony is going day and date. They going day and date. They don't have no other choice. How the heck you sold over 40 mil and your game struggling to get off that 10, them 10 M's? That came out of Jim Ryan's mouth, not mine. I didn't say it. All those bad investments, y'all don't think that mess is finna catch up to them? The Concords of the world, them 12 live service games that they was working on, that was abysmal. The Sony debacle. What happened to Wolverine? Last of Us. What happened to Factions? You see what happened to Marathon? Marathon out here stealing. Bungie out here stealing. These niggas, these niggas stealing everything but the kitchen sink. Ain't no originality over there. Them niggas is at a standstill. He said, well, lightning is killed. That's because Microsoft is being the Trojan horse. They're not killing the Xbox, evolving the platform, which is everything it is an Xbox. They're going to use the same UI like they did for the cloud. They're building their ecosystem. Sony is behind, even though they were the first through the gate to be able to do it. They just fumbled the bag. That's a fact. Microsoft has been the industry leader for the past decade, even though Sony sold more consoles. Hey, bro. Hey, I'm just reading the message, man. I agree fully with everything you just said. A blind man can see that, brother. Stevie Wonder himself can see that. I don't see why anybody else couldn't at this point. That's why I said it's weird. The console sales are console sales. That's cute, fine, great. What's the point of having a Porsche if you ain't got no gas? Where the games at? What's gonna push this month? What are you bringing feature wise that's gonna evolutionize video gaming? What are you doing that's making this overlook your past generation of games or console experience? It's nothing. Apple Pay. You accepting Apple Pay now as a form of payment because you couldn't secure your customers' information? Like, what are you doing? Y'all still announcing PS4 games in 2025. I give you the handheld. I give you that PlayStation portal. But I'm only giving you that because y'all fix y'all issues from tethering it from the console. PlayStation VR 2 failure. Failure. Even though they releasing games for it, cute, great, fine, it's so like utter trash. It's so like utter trash. And Meta is killing that. Guess what? Play Anywhere's on the Xbox. Xbox didn't even have to sit there and do R&D for a daggone VR headset. They just used Meta. I saw that when they was doing the Outer World 2 extended interview with the devs, the dev direct. Even by the way, the dude over there with the blazer on that was doing the jokes, like, "Oh, this is an Xbox. This is the Xbox." He took a phone call. "Oh, this isn't the Xbox." He pulled out a toaster, but we might figure it out. When they did that skit, joking about what they saw on social media, bravo, bro. He needs to be at every other showcase. That was great marketing, and it was executed perfect. But even they say you can play Outer World 2 from Meta. No R&D was made. We didn't have to go in no. We ain't had to go in no lab, try to figure out a design for it. We ain't had to do marketing to figure out how we gonna pitch it to you. We ain't had to do none of that. Sell it at a loss, sell it at a gain, make games for it. We ain't had to do none of that. All we did was, hey, oh, they got Meta over there. How many consoles they got? Oh, they do VR too. They do the same thing that PlayStation does. Oh, okay, cool. Let's put our software over there also. Are y'all willing to accept Xbox and Microsoft Game Pass? Oh, cool, y'all are. Green light, yeah, y'all go ahead and put that in VR over there. Make that oh, y'all use Windows, right? Okay, cool. Make that Microsoft Xbox control compatible and we good to go. We out the door. We'll holler at y'all next quarterly. Oh, the devs, hey, y'all got another feature or access to another device if you want to partake in doing VR. Here you go. Here go the bag for it if you want it. And didn't have to break a sweat. Oh, they doing handhelds, the new thing now? Oh, okay, cool. Can we ain't gonna make our own. Let's go look at who's making something. Oh, okay, Rogue. Okay, y'all got some stuff going. Y'all want to license with us? We can do a partnership. Oh, okay, cool, great. We gonna help with the R&D in this. We gonna help fix it up and put our suggestions of what we want in there. Okay, cool. We're gonna be using this for future products. Is that cool with you? All right, bet. Go ahead and implement what you got to implement. We're gonna go ahead and put our Windows service, add on our new daggone OS features, and yeah, we're gonna integrate this all in one. Cool. Didn't even break a sweat. Didn't break a sweat. Oh, we not finna Twitter war with y'all on bringing new games to the Xbox from Sony. We just gonna take they shit. why would why would we negotiate with terrorists? These guys are terrorists of the community. Did you not see what they just did to Black Myth Wukong? Oh, they did a year exclusive, and then the developers at Game Science had to come out with a dumb excuse talking about the Series S wasn't able to perform at a high peak and optimize it for it, even though we got Hellblade 2 running on that daggone system with 4K and ray tracing and nanites and metahumans. We got that all on the Series S with Hellblade 2, but we couldn't run Black Myth Wuhan. Are you dumb? Oh, y'all waited till the year exclusive was over with to announce it. Now y'all done figured out the kinks. Even though Microsoft publicly came out and said that they was willing to help optimize the game for the S and X if y'all needed help before all this shit went down. But yeah, Sony didn't money hat. Sony didn't money hat that game. And even though Phil Spencer told her that what it was scummy practices and they doing terroristic things in the back. to try to sell products, and we saw it front and center with Call of Duty, the issue with Call of Duty when we saw the ABK deal go down. But neither here nor there. So y'all keep focusing on them home console exclusives, which going to be eventually coming to PC regardless, because y'all not buying the games over there. How the heck you got over 60 million some consoles on the market, but only 10 is selling? You're only getting it in the 10 depending on the games, depending on what franchise it is. Y'all gotta get them over the PC, and guess what? The moment they hit that gun line boss, the moment they hit the gun line boss, that's all us at that point. We eating over here. Didn't even break a sweat. Hey man, this your boy Double O, man. Love, love, God bless. Let me know what y'all think about the price tag and y'all ideal about the Rogue Ally. We're gonna be going live later, hopefully with posts and State of Gaming with the boy Noah. If not, I'll be back tomorrow. I'm gonna drop a video on Project TH. And Apple just did their showcase too, so I'm gonna talk about that as well. Y'all be safe and stay safe, man. Be dangerous out there. One love, God bless, man. Peace.